Good day, everyone. Good team of Paredes. I am Rica Van Peace Fantas, your reporter for today. Now, my topic is all about accounts on the origin of language. What is the origin of language? Where did it come from? Where did it begin? Or asa gikan ang language? Asa nabuhat ang language? So, dagan na to ang questions about sa language. The origin of language is a fundamental question that has puzzled scholars and researchers for centuries. Language is a vital component of human communication, culture, and society. Understanding its origins can provide valuable insights into the development of human civilization. This report explores the various theories and perspectives on the origin of language. Introduction. So, many religions provide an account of the origin of language. Since the 1960s, the theory of grammar has come to dominate the ideas of Noam Chomsky. So, before pa di ay, tagang religion nga nag-provide kung asa gikan ng language. Since the 1960 sa theory ni Noam Chomsky sa The Theory of Grammar. The origin of language was widely studied and controversially debated in the Victorian period in a variety of fields, including comparative philology and linguistics, philosophy, anthropology, and psychology. Now, many religions offer explanation for how language originated, just like what I said. Many religions or dagang religion nag-offer explanation kung asa gikan ang language. So, for example, the biblical account. In the book of Genesis, God created language and humans are able to communicate with Him and each other. Number 2. Hindu mythology. The goddess Saraswati is credited with inventing language. So, sa Hindu mythology, they believe that the goddess Saraswati is an invention or he or she inventing the language. And the last example is the Islamic tradition. Allah teaches Adam the names of all things, enabling him to communicate. So, Allah. Now, for Noam Chomsky, Chomsky's theory of grammar. Chomsky is a prominent linguist. He revolutionized the field with his theory of grammar in the 1960s. So here are the key points of his theory of grammar. Number 1, innate ability. He proposed that humans are born with an innate capacity of language acquisition. So he believed that us are born with talents of how we communicate. We have unique ability to communicate even we are just an infant. Yes, of course, the newborn, especially the animals, they have their own language, they have their own unique to communicate to other animals. Another key point of his is the universal grammar. He suggested that all humans share a universal grammar, a set of rules and principles that underlie all languages. So he suggested that yes, all humans must share the language or share the grammar they use in a certain community or in a certain society. That society has their own language and another society has another language, so they must share their own language to communicate and understand each other. So, and last is the generative grammar. Chomsky's theory focuses on the generative aspects of language, exploring how speakers create an infinite number of sentences from a finite set of rules. Now, during the Victorian period, the origin of language was widely studied and debated across various fields, including comparative philology, linguistics, philosophy, anthropology, and psychology. Like the previous slides, this is the explanation of widely debated in the Victorian period, widely debated where the language began. Scholars of the time explored the relationship between language, cultures, and human evolution. So they must explore the language, the culture, and the human evolution of how language generate in that certain community. Language is a unique aspect of culture phenomenon and a distinguishing characteristics of modern Homo sapiens. It is both a cultural and phenomenon shaped by historical and social context, and a biological trait essential to human communication and cognition. The language is influenced by the society's belief, culture, and practices. And even though us, the modern Homo sapiens, using the dialect or the language that influenced by my grandparents also. Now, Thomas Sebeok and Noam Chomsky are the acknowledged founding fathers of two research fields which are known respectively as biosemiotics and biolinguistics, and which have been developed parallel during the past 50 years. So what is biosemiotics? The study of living things create meaning through signs and codes. Biosemiotics is a combination of biology and semiotics, which is the study of signs. And now, the biolinguistics. The biolinguistics is the name we give to a kind of linguistics, the study of languages, that forms a part of natural sciences. It is the study of language. They study the language. When there is a new language, they study it to know where it began and how it originated. Now, to conclude this report, the origin of languages is multifaceted topic that has been explored through various lenses, from religious accounts to scientific theories. This report highlights the contribution of prominent scholars, including Noam Chomsky and Thomas Sebeok, who shaped our understanding of language as a cultural phenomenon and biological trait. They both regard language as a faculty or a modeling system that appeared rapidly in the history of life and probably evolved as an adaptation from the previous animal system. Further research in biosemiotic and biolinguistics continues to unravel the complexities of language and its role to human society. So they continue to unravel the complexities of language. These two scholars continuing to unravel the complexities of language. Any clarifications, questions, or addings to my topic? Thank you. That would be all.